Well, there is a network, a major network. I think it's ABC. Could be CBS, could be CBS. It's one of the three majors that has just approved a new series. I think it's the fall season, based on the pilot, called Good Christian. I can't even say the next word because it's an offensive word. Basically, it stands for female dog, or I don't know. You all get the picture, right? It's the B word. This is where television, this is where entertainment is going nowadays, which is the reason for a network like Parables. Parables is going to be that entertainment network that we all, as human beings, we crave, we search for entertainment. But there's really very little entertainment now that most of us as believers, as Christians, as God-fearing people can watch. Although it's gotten to a point where we do watch it. There's things now that my parents would have never allowed me to watch that now I feel comfortable watching, because it's gotten to that point where you get familiar with it. You kind of don't have the same fear or perspective that you did years ago, and that's kind of where this whole thing is taking us. So Parables is an assignment on my life from God to provide that alternative to entertainment, an entertainment that is God-affirming, that is faith-affirming, that is not going to be offensive, or is not going to actually take my spiritual part. It'll entertain me, but it won't take my spiritual being into a downward path. We have the three basic elements that are going to make up Parables. Will be the first one is, of course, the obvious, a 24-hour network that will be on cable or on satellite, dish or direct, like Comcast, Time Warner, as a 24-hour network. The other component, which we've already launched, the first one hasn't launched yet, by the way. The second one, which would be a syndication product, which is where we're actually placing Parables content that we've acquired on other faith networks that are your traditional preacher, teacher, healer, prophet type of network. But we're placing our content there, which of course is giving us the ability to basically promote the network to millions of households, because these networks have already all acquired a very large audience. And the third component is actually going to be a sort of a Christian Netflix. You're all familiar with Netflix. Well, this is a digital platform in which people will be able to get online and rent movies as a digital stream. And even that has a very exciting component to it. How many of you are familiar with Redbox? Where they put these, basically, it's like a soda dispenser, only it dispenses movies, and they put them in all these supermarkets. Well, imagine now a virtual Redbox on church websites, where there will be thousands of churches that can offer movies for rent through our virtual Redbox, and be able to offer their members a place to be able to watch great Christian entertainment, and actually even get a benefit from it, because there will be a revenue share for it. So those are the various components that we're doing. Now, a key thing for a network is always to have original programming. I'm acquiring movies, and that's great. I have these movies, and so do several of the other networks perhaps. But original programming is a very key component, especially as you deal with these cable companies, and they want to know what makes you different than everybody else. And so original programming is what then gets offered. This, I'm happy to say, would be a great original program for us to be able to offer. I love the clip. I can see that you guys are going to do the kind of work that would be seen on a major network, which is difficult sometimes as you deal with Christian programming. It tends to be several steps, not one or two, but several steps below in quality. This one is up there. And so I'm very excited. I'm very excited that Parables will be the distributor for this particular program, Live with Chuck. I remember reading the script, and I was laughing reading the script. I handed it to my wife, and she's very tough on Christian programming. She usually thinks it's not good enough. I handed her the script, and she was laughing. So it's good writing. And what I actually saw when I was reading the script. I felt like I was almost going through deja vu. I felt like I had already seen this, because it was so well written. I was able to visualize it. So it's very exciting for us. I wish I could stick around and meet some of you folks, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to run because I have a flight that leaves at 4 out of Baltimore, Washington International. And from what I understand, you all have some serious traffic cops out here that love to give you tickets, so I can't do my usual 90. I'm gonna have to stick to about 70, I think, all right? So, but it's great, whatever, I don't know what he's got in mind for you, but whatever he asks you to do, follow it, because this has got a real purpose right now within that. This has got a real purpose to what he's doing. It's very needed that this market, and I hate to call Christian Viewers market, but in business, just think, that's what they are, they're the market, it's wide open right now. There's nothing out there like this. So join with him, help him out, get this going, and let's start a whole new thing now where people are going to know they can get great Christian programming that will entertain them. All right? Thank you all.